Alright, let's get the show on the road. MAOC Report starts in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, I'm BenSpade. This is the MAOC Report. So the first thing I'm going to be reviewing is this. This is a gaff deck from Magic Makers. It's simply called the Blue Gaff Deck. Now when it comes to gaff decks, this really is at the bottom of the food chain. It doesn't have a lot of gaffs that are really out there and, you know, stuff that you would expect from a lot of gaff decks. Compared to stuff that Illusionist produces, these are pretty low-grade gimmicks. You've got a lot of classic tricks thrown into one, like you've got your double-sided aces for Dream of Aces, you've got double backers in red and blue, blue and red, and tally-ho blue and red, and you've got 3 jokers for Joker money, you've got jacks with different colored backs, you've got a little bit of this, you've even got your hearts and diamonds court cards for your princess poker routines. So there's a lot of classic tricks in here. The box says that you can do about 40 routines with it. That is just crap. You can do, I'd say, maybe about 10 tricks with it. Yes, you can make up your own tricks, but by that logic, you could do 200 tricks with any gaff deck. So there's about 10 tricks that you can do with this gaff deck. There's Dream of Aces, there's Wild Card, a bunch of others, you know, that escape me right now, but about 10 classic gaff routines. And it's a good deck if you want to get started in gaff card magic. I wouldn't recommend something like Ultra Gaff or even the Bicycle Gaff by Illusionist if you're trying to start gaff magic. Start with this. It is basic. It's not that great of a use to me. I got it primarily for more double back cards. But it is a good basic gaff deck. Okay, upsides. Upsides, the cards are good quality. They're not sticky, they're not flimsy, they don't crack easily. They're just basically good cards. Okay, downsides. There are a few here. The deck itself comes with 3 jokers. These 3 jokers right here. These 3 are just normal, absolutely completely normal jokers. They're intended for the routine called Joker Monty. In Joker Monty, you do need 3 jokers, and then you need a 4th card, which is also a gaff. It's a queen on one side and a joker on the other side. But this deck does not include that card for some weird reason. It includes the 3 jokers, which you could get from 3 normal decks just by buying them, and yet it doesn't come with the 1 gaff that you need. Second downside is there are a lot of repeat cards in this deck. When it comes to the princess cards, you have got, let's see here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 court cards. You have a Jack of Diamonds and a Jack of Hearts repeat. Both of these are in red. You'd think if you get a repeat, one would be in blue, one would be in red, but that's not the case here. Another Jack repeat for the spades and clubs. This one is in blue, but this one is in red for some weird reason. Then you've just got 4 more, which is a King of Clubs, a Queen of Diamonds, a King of Hearts, and a Queen of Clubs. Actually, I should just say clubs and spades, but anyways. 3 of these are red, but the spade is blue, so you don't actually get a red-backed double king. When it comes to the Dream of Aces, you get all 4. You only need 3 to do Dream of Aces. You need 3 gimmicked aces and 1 real ace. But this is nice because it lets you pick and choose which ace you want to be your real ace. And for some odd reason, they give you a 5th one. Alright? They give you a 5th one here. So actually, I was holding up the 5th one here. You have, here it is, 2 hearts. And then the 3 normal ones. These are the same on the back as well. So 2 hearts and then 1 diamond, club, and spade. $1 Million Monty. It's a great trick. You guys probably know it, where the ace switches places with the 2 without you guys knowing. This comes in red back and it comes in blue back. That, for me, that's overkill, alright? Too much overkill. I don't want to get a gaff deck where it comes with 50 cards of one color and 50 cards of the other color and says, it's a great deal, we've got, you know, over 100 cards here. That's not what a gaff deck is. Every gaff deck that you'll see will have around 56 cards, maybe 54. This one has 56 in it. But the thing about it is, they just, like I said, they have to fill it up with so many extra cards because they didn't have enough ideas of what to put in it. Like these blank cards here. Alright, a lot of blank cards here. Look at this. This is 2, 4, 6, 8 blank cards here. We've got some blue and red backs, some with faces on the backs of them. blues and reds here, so it's just a bit overkill for me. I mean, they stuff the deck with extra cards that they don't need. They could have put some other stuff into there. So like I said, the deck doesn't work for me. It might work for you guys. It's a great trick if you want to get into classic gaffs. Alright, now let's move on to the second topic. This is mentalism. This is a DVD published by Illusionist. It is by Rich Ferguson on the art of mentalism. I'm reading your mind. That's right, this is mentalism. It is a great DVD. It teaches you the fundamentals and the basics of mentalism. Not just mentalism by itself, but magic mixed with mentalism. Rich is very specific in his DVD. He says it's not about switching from mentalism to magic or from magic to mentalism, whatever it is. It's about combining them so you get the best of both worlds. So you have all these elements that you're pulling from. I'm actually quoting him directly here. It's really great. You've got several routines. I'm not sure how many, but just off the top of my head, you've got Alpha Pack, which is similar to the key card location, where a spectator chooses a word from like a deck of words that you have and you read their mind. He's got one called Window, which I think is just genius. It's where you take a little business card with a small square window cut into it, and you have the spectator running across a page with a bunch of words, and they take a peek at the word, and you know what it is every time. It's absolutely brilliant. He's got calculator tricks, watch tricks, tricks with numbers on charts. It is truly amazing. Alright, upsides and downsides to this. I'll do the downsides first and get those out of the way. So the downsides, well, I'm actually pretty happy to say that there really are no downsides at all. Like I said, this is an amazing DVD. Rich Ferguson is a great teacher, and it's from Illusionist, which makes it even greater. They have some of the best magic in the world. The only downside that I would say to this is that if you're going back to watch it again, it does kind of get a little boring just to hear him going on and on and on and blah, blah, blah about mentalism all the time. Yeah, you are learning from it, but it can just get a little dull after just hearing him talk forever. Upsides to the DVD. There are too many upsides for me to go over in this whole video. You've got your tricks, you've got your mentalism concepts, how to frame mentalism, what to do if something goes wrong, how flexible mentalism is and all the different paths that you can take. He goes over all this kind of stuff. He gives you different out options. He gives you pattern ideas, what to say, and how to say things to make your spectator think something that you want them to think. What to do if something goes wrong, which is actually a good idea because in mentalism it's so flexible. This is just a great, great DVD. You guys need to pick it up. This is Mentalism. It's the first of two so far. There's actually a second one. This is called This is Mentalism 2, go figure. Maybe a third one, I don't know. I'm hoping. Illusionist, if you guys see this, I want you to make a This is Mentalism 3. Great DVD. Alright, now it's time for a card trick. I'm going to show you guys, using my Infinity deck, how to do the Joker Poker routine. This is the tutorial you guys have been waiting for. Let's check it out. So if you haven't seen the routine yet, go and check it out. You can find it on my channel. It's called Joker Poker. So the first thing you need to do is separate the two jokers from the deck. For the first part of the trick, you get a spectator to choose a card. This is actually a free choice. You don't have to do a force or anything like that. Jack of Hearts. Alright, so when you lose the Jack of Hearts in the deck, you're going to have to control it back to the top, whatever method you like. I'll show you one method here. I'll put the Jack, into the deck somewhere in the middle, and I push it in. But when I push it in, I push down. See how the deck separates when I push it down? If I keep pushing down as I put it in, I naturally get a break right next to the card here. So now from this view, it looks like nothing, but from the back, I've got a break. Now with my pinky, I'll just pull down, because remember, the selected card is right here on top. I can just pull down with my pinky and get some cards extra. I'll pull those out and spin the top packet off, and there's the top card right there. Of course, they don't know this. You want to make this look like you've lost into the middle of the deck. Now this is where you take your two jokers. You have these examined. Make sure the audience knows that there's only two cards. As they're doing that, you want to get a pinky break here underneath the top card. You place the two jokers on top, and you say, okay, good, I've got one. You pick up both of them now, but they don't know that you've also picked up their card. That's why you get your pinky break, to pick it up here. So now you've got the three cards, but they still think it's two. You say, I've got one, two jokers here. Taking the top joker and sliding it underneath. This places their card in between the two jokers. You can have them hold the deck, and you can simply just wave and split the cards apart, and there is the Jack in between. Now for the second phase. The second phase is where the card appears in the jokers without them ever coming near the deck again. What I do here is while they are holding their card, I get a pinky break under this card. It doesn't matter what it is, you won't ever have to see it. You do the same exact motion, picking up the card, happens to be the Jack of Diamonds, but that's not their card. And you sandwich it in between like this. Then you place these down on a table. When you place them down, you want to bend them like this, and then snap your fingers open. That way they'll drop, and the card won't show. You lose their card again, but control it to the top. Then, without ever coming near the deck, you show that there's one card in between. But it's not theirs, of course. You have to make it look like it's theirs, though. While you take this card out of the jokers, you get a pinky break here, and then put the card on top of here, performing a double lift, and it looks like their card. Thanks for watching episode 2 of the MAOC Report. If you want to know more about Rich Ferguson, the guy who did the Mentions DVD, check out his YouTube channel. I'll post a link right here. Here. There. And check out all his cool stuff, alright? He's a really good magician. He's got a lot of mentalist stuff. He does a great tear and restore stuff. He even knows how to write on someone's arm without them knowing. Check out his website. He is pretty darn awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week.